the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Take it out now while it's small.
There's always another spark.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date knows you'll make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there's two nearby. The Jagni tribe is likely to be your primary choice as they seek to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out-of-Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Jagni especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. He believes you share Jagni's view on the world. Regardless, Jagni would welcome someone that had helped them against the Myriad tribe.
You will.
He'll be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
Nuatolo Mawa. Yeah, Mufurbo. Boom.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. Ended. Zap 'em good. That's an improvement. They've restroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says everyone wants to see the Sifu. You're in luck, though, as his schedule just opened up.
Zata is the moi dotloho. Kariesne stace. Paro,
the Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. He's referring to your rampage through Bunker 101. It seems you don't mind a bit of blood on your hands. That's something you have in common. He understands that sometimes we need to lose ourselves to find ourselves. But he's glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages. Even your Muma invented Wung Fu. Originally, it was based on unarmed combat and the 6 weapons, the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain.
Paro ya put zivo.
The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions.
Ya put zum ilem dat nete.
Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says fear and hatred is the only path to domination, but you already know that. So embracing that side of you and helping them vanquish the tribes and letting the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life should be an easy decision.
Zum ilem dat nete.
He expected you'd join them. You understand that the universe runs on the principle that the one who dominates others runs the show.
Vlada donzadne ya put.
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad tribe.
Apinosko. Vlada.
The Jagni's destiny is to do what others are too afraid to do, to vanquish past and future disillusions of unity and take control of our destiny. Uniting the tribes and saving the Tree of Life won't change anything.
Del novazi ale dlohodo uko.
Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone, but they refuse to be the victim here.
Onis porenos odlisini. Uko apinosko.
They have no intention of letting this drag out, or they'll run the risk of teaching the enemy their art of war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Na zenakas pipatne tada.
You both share dark thoughts, so they want to wage a war. A war where all that's left behind is casualties.
Onis porenos odlisini. Zenakas pripad snatste.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon.
Ale.
Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin.
Zenakas pripad snatste. Ite reki iglezed.
The only kin who count are the kin that are left standing at the end of the war. Let's focus on making that our kin, not theirs.
Yeti rekle.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Yeti rekle o vizoko dolatsi ne
Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the
vlada. Na oko kiza.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good.
Na oko kiza vlada o vizoko dolatsi ne.
Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time to be sentimental. War doesn't wait.
Del novazi ale dlohodo.
He can't blame you for not remembering, but he can sense the stillness of something lost. With life, there's always hope. We'll be around when you return. Says hello. Wonders what sort of trouble you'll get into tonight. Has plenty to do, so no worries. Shopkeeper claims you won't be able to find better goods Says this is the go-to place if you like a good deal. Always a deal to be made. Asks you to check out the wares. Says there's usually a line, but today's your lucky day. Richer than you were. A sealed deal. Asks you to... A pleasure do business. Shopkeeper claims you... Sometimes it's simpler to just buy what you need. The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort.
But I kill it realize.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the Wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. You might want to fall back. Made it count. time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Goop wants you to make it a priority to come looking for him whenever you're feeling down. He'll make you smile. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Goop says some choose to be lonely because no one understands what they're going through. If that's you, he'll try to help you if you let him. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Knowing how to swim won't solve life's hard problems, but at least one of them won't be drowning. He says that wasn't too bad, was it? He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great reminder of the need to learn how to swim. But you need practice, lots of practice. You need to rely on those who somehow know how to teach, those willing to bend down and help you pick up your boots. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. He knows that's not true. You've just made up your mind you're not. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something.
Berry?
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time. She's not unhappy with your progress, but you still have a lot to prove. You should know, practice makes perfect. You have to keep working on it if you want to be good at it. She'll see you at the village square. She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. He's learned that things are never as bad as they seem. You'll feel better in the morning. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. It's your own future you're risking by not caring for the environment. The next generation will pay for the mistakes of the last.
Keep up.
You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. Sometimes he's an expert, but sometimes he just does what's right. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He appreciates those able to deliver a sharp remark. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. He thinks mastering the 6 weapon styles of Wang Fu is more than enough for anyone. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. She wants you to understand that whatever path you choose in life, you must stay true to yourself. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He's not scared of anything, least of all you. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do, and that includes you.
An Sombara.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Ferena Masalapu.
She's there for all disciples. That's her commitment as Sifu, and when she needs them, they're there for her and each other.
It's intended.
The most important thing is that you're okay.
Monidasa.
It's time to focus on your training now.
Brumblene Marsamambunundu. Kala.
You won't need excuses if you are strong in your conviction. Is someone close to heart, doing what he does best?
Ja, waksa ush inta badan.
Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling.
Badja analog, waksa ush inta badan.
He knows growing up is hard, and things will continue to go wrong as you become older and figure out how to make them right.
Badan udidimada, bulshada, aba zulu.
He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training.
Inta badan.
He wishes that was true for your Muma too, but guiding the village into the future and teaching Wang Fu to her disciples seems more important for every day.
Ja,
He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
inta badan.
He's curious to see what you found.
Goga, uvuksu iskualian, yoshkaba.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh his DNA.
Inta badan faruzuru, badayan analove.
He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle.
Ruvain, waksan mar malva cherry.
Says at least dirty hands are proof that you tried, and that counts. That you failed this time doesn't mean you can't succeed the next.
Baskinka Michael Tagukai.
He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found. The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Kaffee,
Agrees. At least that way it'll never go out of style.
Kaffee.
You should take it with you, wear it to practice.
Why add foodlia higher?
He's sure your Muma will forgive you for not wearing the traditional outfit. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Kala.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Kana munta. Brumble na marsa mawunundo.
Wants you to understand that you can do anything if you work really hard.
Kana munta. Ruhemu tono.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much,
Yo no massa manbarut. Kialdo male kana ro tono.
but there's enough time left for repetition and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Kana munta.
Wants you to prove that with some practice first.
Anora ka papong.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Anora ka papong.
That's all she's ever asked of you.
Inadabsunka. Kalino.
Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Apli tonunguta. Beri.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Masamal.
Says he's always thought so well of you, just like her. Catchy.
Inadabsunka.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
Asana yotutupu.
Figuring that out is half the fun.
Antoro. Vaseno kasaman varut.
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Taifanamenuma.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Antoro.
You're lucky to have such a fine helper with you.
Volakamunum rutna.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Andro.
Everything ends, both good and bad. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Luka Luka from setting the world on fire.
Antoro. Kensi. Kamonu.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Pendrine senema.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Inga Valdo.
He wants to destroy her. The time to fight is coming, whether she's ready for it or not. Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally caught up with her. She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying about you while she fights. This is her fight. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, The only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Let's see. Step back, world. Looks like it'll work. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. You're absolutely drained. All fired up. We're on the ropes.
Hufaye, hufaye.
It was harder than expected to take down the Fluff Hulk.
Atawayu wahabiu.
They've received news a Ronin joined the tribe's ranks and were looking forward to meeting you.
Yukyune.
A group of Jagni warriors are already waiting for you at Myriad's Vespidut outpost.
Tasalut daya.
You should hurry there and help them storm the outpost.
Tasalut daya.
Mercy is for the weak. The Jagni tribe seek no one's sympathy. Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning. Look, an emergency box from the old days, when you needed to pack a punch to survive. Wow, bet that knuck makes a tight fist. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Also, down to half your health. Hang. At least you got something for your trouble. The world needs saving. Make the most of the day. That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Well, small ones. Places like this were cheap back in those days, and there was plenty of space. Get done with one place, you just build another. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried. There's so much you could build. It's going to take a bit of scavenging to come up with scrap for that. You look civilized. Taking something off your mind. It's a brand new day. Seems like a peculiar item. Let's see. What looks like the fry sparker's knobs need to be in sync if you want to get the hardware working. It's a fry sparker mindset. Boom, you got something. It's not exactly what you wanted, but you got it right away. Pick your path carefully by whatever you can see. You found the track! Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. Lucky that when Toxanol abandoned the place, it fell apart fast. Not too many like living in a ruin hole like this. The tracks moved on from Bricktown, and you should too. It's beyond late. Now that's loot. Nice topper. Fits you well. Never thought I'd... You need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling. Just a few moves left. Make them count. You need to turn the pegs in sync. That's spiraled out of control. You need to turn the pegs in sync. That's spiraled out of control. You need to turn the pegs in sync. You really put a spin on it. Keep hold of that. Darkness makes you miss the light. A flush stool from the back in time. It's an apparatus that sink-sunks yellow juice and brown bobs. Let's try out the brush away. See if you can off-chase some drip droppings. It's harder for others to see you in the dark. Seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. That's not too bad. What to build? What to build? Feel that? That's death in your fist. The dark can make you miss the day fierce. Not seasoned enough to handle that. It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. Right between the eyes. It's gone from being late to being early. This one seems to be in good spirits despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you only follow your own personal code and is worried you've lost your respect for life. Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions. It's sad to see you're staying on this road to ruin and that you're so determined to help no one other than yourself.
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
Sometimes your gut is flat out wrong.
Don't ever doubt yourself. You are number one.
Even the dark knows you're better than this.
Stick with me. We'll rule the world.
That's a Myriad tribe outpost. Hot metal. You've had better days. What a blow! Crack-a-doo! Tapped hard.